Hi guys, Lori Ballen here in Las Vegas, Nevada with Lori Ballen team. And today I'm going to talk about the new smart plan inside KW Command, which is the open house smart plan. Now I'm going to explain a few things about smart plans as we're going through this because things are changing. And I want to talk about what we have that we can use for cultivating leads. Okay. So today we have this new one, which is the open house follow-up. So let me show you how you can get here. If I go to my home screen and let's just go to contacts. One of the ways that we can see what's in a smart plan is simply by clicking on a contact and then clicking smart plans, go to add to smart plan. And then you can review, you have My Smart Plans and you have Smart Plans Library. You can view all of the touches in these plans as you go through them. So right here we have the open house follow-up plan. So these little arrows, I always tell people when I teach Command, if you're stuck, you need to look for the plus sign, the arrow, or the three dots. The plus sign, the arrow, or the three dots. So if you're stuck somewhere, probably one of those things does something. So in this case, there's a little arrow. Click the arrow and it opens what is inside that follow-up plan. Okay. Now there's also a page that has all of your smart plans that you can get to. And let me show you where that is. So I'm going to go back to my home screen here and it's in product updates, this week's updates. Check out the new open house follow-up smart plan. Look up here at this URL. So you have command/smart-plans-KW smart plans. I always bookmark these when I see something like this so I know how to get back there just in case it's not super easy to get to on this side here. But in this case, we do have smart plans right here. And you'll see it actually takes you to the exact same place. Oh, but it looks a little different. Okay, in the library, there we go. So we're going to have the ability to build out some customizable plans. So we'll get into that later when they arrive. So here's the library. You can also go to the Smart Plan Kelly Guide if you need to set anything up here. So any of those ways will get you here, okay? So we'll go down and let's take a look at what's in the open house smart plan. I'm going to view the steps. Now I want to talk to you specifically about a few of these things. Number one, there is no automated email being sent through the open house smart plan as of right now. There is automated text messages if you have set up Twilio inside the settings to work with Command. So Twilio is what is sending the text. Now, I understand that Keller Williams behind the scenes is going to be integrating its own platform to work with Twilio that's going to help improve our phone number situation and whatnot. So that being said, right now, at least we have the ability to set up automated text messages, even if the return phone number isn't perfect. Like we're defaulting right now to the Texas area codes. But when I'm getting cold leads from the internet, I don't really care what the phone number is that it's showing return from. But that's a whole another story. But if you set up your Twilio account, now over here, Twilio pricing, you can do pay as you go. And you can see here that it is less than a penny to send or receive a text message, less than a penny, and 2 cents to send a photo, nothing to receive a photo. Okay. So it's really not very expensive. I just throw $20 in there at a time and then let that deplete and then put in another 20, but it really isn't very expensive. I think I'm paying $1 for the phone number, although right now we're still defaulting to the Texas area codes. I have a 702 number for Vegas, but that's where there's a little bit of a glitch. So what Keller Williams is looking at doing is taking all of that and building out their own platform with Twilio where they'll be able to assign the phone numbers and it will improve over time. But at least for today, we do have the ability to send text, and I want to show you what this looks like. So the very first one in the Open House Smart Plan says, it sends an immediate automated text message. It says, hey, thanks for coming by. What did you think of the open house? So if you have Twilio integrated and active and you've put $20 in there, then it will send that to them automatically, okay? The drawback is it doesn't have a return message. It doesn't have a signature on there. So they may not know who they're getting that text from. They may respond back, who is this? They may respond back because they're going to remember meeting you at the open house, and they'll respond back maybe which open house, or yes, I loved it, that kind of thing. So that automated text goes out. Now let me show you where that shows up. I'm going to go over here, and I did one for myself earlier. So if the person responds back to you, it doesn't come through on your phone right now as a normal text response would. There's going to be a little red dot right here on this bell that's a notification that something happened. So you'll have notifications up here for compliance. You'll have notifications up here for certain things to do with leads, and your text responses will be up here. And it'll say Lori Ballen has sent you a text message. So then I would go to Lori Ballen, the contact, and look, and here's what it says. So you can see here's what the text said. Hey, Lori, thanks for coming by. What did you think of the open house? So that's how that was sent. And then Lori responded, wonderful. A little dot showed up here above the bell telling me that she responded. So now I know, okay, so I need to go look at it. She says, wonderful. So then from here, if you click this, you can actually respond right from here. Great. Would you like to see more houses? Would you like to set up a tour to see homes like this one? Send. Now, when this sends, that's 0.075 cents, so less than a penny to send that message, okay? Just so that you're aware of that. It's not free, it's cheap, okay? So then you can see this dialogue happening here. Great, would you like to tour, see homes like this one? And now Lori responded, and here's that little red dot I was telling you about. You got a new text message from Lori Ballen, and then whatever Lori typed, although it's gibberish right now, would show up right here. I typed that in. I just hit the keyboard, okay? So, and then you can go right here and respond to her again. So you have the ability to text back and forth from your app or from your phone in using Kelly. I actually have not messed with this much from my phone myself, but you do have the ability to use your phone and do it. And then also you can do it from your computer, which I'm on right now. So either way, but it's not going back and forth in a traditional text message format, okay? It is through here. And it's nice because then it stores all the dialogue of what's happening, which is cool. Also, just as an FYI, if you have Twilio set up and you go to any contact record that has a textable phone number, if you click the phone number, the text box pops up and you can now start a conversation. So personally, I would rather do this from the app or from my computer so that it stores the record of our communication rather than just using my phone. The drawback is that it's got this Austin, Texas area code right now, which is going to be corrected over time. So I would just type this in and then put -Lori Ballen so they saw the signature, you know. And then once the phone number's in their phone, they'll know it's you every time. some people will then give them their actual phone number and they'll text that way. But this gets the dialogue stored, which I personally love that idea for a client to have that in there. Okay, so there's the notifications. Then when you're done reading the notification, just click dismiss and the little red dot goes away. Nice and easy. All right, going back to the open house smart plan. So immediately it sends that text. Hey, Lori, thanks for coming by. What'd you think of the open house? That minute. So be careful. If they walk out the front door, you just got done speaking to them, and you think, oh, I'm going to be really diligent about this. I'm going to go put it in my computer right now, and I'm going to hit the message. They're going to get that text before they get in their car, and then it's going to be weird. So keep that in mind, that you need to understand how these smart plans work so that you know what's about to happen. That has been the biggest complaint I've seen so far with all of this, is that people don't know when automation is happening and what the messages are. So if you want to put people on these, please read these first. Now, after that, there's a 1-day delay. Then a task is going to show up on your home screen in your task dashboard. It's going to say, send a nice to meet you at the open house email to your lead for the open house you held. Okay, so it's going to just create a to-do to send them an email. It's not going to send them an email automatically. I personally don't like a lot of to-dos showing up every day, because then there's so many to-dos that I don't do anything. I get overwhelmed. So I like to do things a little bit differently. But if you're just starting out, you're not working with too many clients, this is going to be great. If you've got a lot happening, the to-dos, the tasks are going to get overwhelming really quick. One workaround would be to do something like create these email templates in whatever other autoresponder you're using right now. If you're using Infusionsoft or Follow Up Boss or Constant Contact or MailChimp or Aweber or Zoho or any of those CRMs, email platforms, then I would not get rid of those until Command is doing its full thing. But you could actually set those up. So then you have a sync happening between your two databases, and you can still do automated email. That's a whole nother lesson. I do have training on syncing databases and using these external autoresponders. Or you can just let the to-do show up, and then you can type them up in email, which is fine. Now watch, let's just say in my to-do list, it says, send Lori Ballen a, we're on right here. Send Lori Ballen a nice to meet you at the open house. Okay, watch how easy this is. I go to Lori Ballen. Now I have Gmail connected with Command. So as long as you have your Gmail set up, you can actually send an email right from here. Okay, so I'm going to go to Lori Ballen, and I am going to send her an email by clicking the email. There we go. I had to think for a second. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. So, test. Nice to meet you, Lori. It was great to meet you at the open house. And then what is it suggesting we say? Yeah, that's really it. It was nice to meet you at the open house. Are you interested in receiving email properties like this one or setting up a home tour? Question mark. Okay, then you hit send, and then Command keeps record of your communication if you are using Gmail. I know there was, I think they were working on that. So we'll have to see if that shows up. It might just take a little bit to show up there. Okay, so you can email with no additional charge one-time emails that are manual from there, okay? Or like I said, you can sync this to an email autoresponder, and you can set up a campaign like this using this format, and then it would send on your behalf for you. Either way, okay, whatever. And then it'll wait 2 days, and then it'll tell you to make a phone call. And if you hover over it, it'll tell you what it's going to tell you to do. Call open house lead to see if they're interested in any properties. This will show up in your tasks. Then it waits 3 days. Then it automates a text message. Hey, Lori, I have a few open houses coming up that I think you'd be interested in. Would you like for me to send you a list? Would you like for me to send you a list? Okay. So that goes automatically. And I think that's a great text message myself. And then it waits 4 days. It tells you to call them. It waits 3 days, and then it automates a text message. Now, at any time, you can take them off of this plan, by the way, right? And put them on another plan if something changes. Or you can let this run through, and the only thing automated would be the text messages. Now, this one concerns me a little bit, and this is one you need to be aware of. Look what it says. How are you doing, Lori? I just wanted to check in to see if you're available tomorrow. I had a showing appointment cancel, so I have an opening in my schedule. Now, I have a problem with that because I don't like lying, and I feel like that's a lie. It's not, if you've ever had a showing appointment cancel, then you could say it's not a lie because at one point you did, but I still feel a little weird about that personally. Another problem I have with this is time delayed, so there's no set date. So they might get this text message the day before, they might get this text message on Christmas Eve. Or the day you have a doctor's appointment the next day, or you're at your child's open house all day tomorrow, or you're already booked with other clients. I don't think that's a great automated text message. So I would not want that automation going out myself. Now, soon we are going to have the ability to edit all of these. And I'm under the impression, although they will never give a definitive date, that the ability to edit existing smart plans is coming still this year. We'll see. But personally, I would not put anybody I would not want to have Twilio and this plan both activated because of that text message. If somebody got that and they replied to me and said yes, then I wouldn't know how to get out of it if I already had plans the next day. That would just be weird. So not crazy about that one there. Next one, delay 4 days, and then send an email. Are you still home shopping? Delay. And then the last one is now add them to the long-term nurture, right? So I like where we are going with all of these smart plans. I don't really like where we are without the ability to edit them. So for me, I'm not putting people on these kinds of smart plans that have automation until I have the ability to edit them. I think the to-dos are fine if you're a to-doer. And if you don't have Twilio activated, this smart plan is going to work fine for you. It's just going to show up as all to-dos. Nothing will be automated if you don't have Twilio activated. Okay? Just know that if you have Twilio activated and you add somebody to a smart plan that has automated text messages, make sure you know what you're sending, because they're going to get them. And if you're okay with it, anytime they get one saying, are you available tomorrow? And they say yes, and be ready, right, for the next day. Otherwise, you may have to explain that was an automated text. You're not actually available the next day. I'm not sure how you would get around that exactly. But I love ones like this. Should I send you emails? Would you like? You're making offers. I think those are great. That they're just more general. I don't like that definitive, do you want to meet tomorrow? I don't like the definitive, do you want to meet for coffee? Those ones I'm not crazy about, but I like these other ones. So soon we'll have the ability to edit those. So I wanted to make sure that you saw that. As far as emails go, there are no emails going out on your behalf other than the neighborhood nurture. And those only go out if you assign somebody to a plan that has neighborhood nurtures. There's no other automated emails happening, okay? Only the neighborhood nurtures, and only if you have put somebody on a smart plan. And then those are being sent through MailJet, okay? The only other way to get automated emails happening is if you are syncing to another email platform like MailChimp, or you're sending a blast through MailChimp, or you're syncing to another autoresponder. But there's nothing else yet happening. And I will jump on and make a video as soon as something is. Okay? So I'm Lori Ballen here in Las Vegas. I do offer coaching and have marketing courses. You can check all that out at loriballen.com or at ballenacademy.com.